Things that are not so nogay also. We're up to סימן Kuftes. It's called Din Hamayim. The Gemara says in Sochem that there was a Tana that they told the people that they should bring water to bring for baking matzah. Some because those days water was a rare commodity. You had to go
to the river to get
go to the river and get the water and everything. So everyone brought a pail of water. So he said, no, that's not what I mean. When I said Mayim Shalonu, I mean Mayim that was sleeping. So now we're going to see over here what it means water that was sleeping. He says, Ein Rosh Hazamatzas El B'Mayim Tzainanim Shalonu Halayla. You can only use water that is cool.
Kuftes.
Kuftes.
Oh, I thought you said it's tough.
Shalonu Halayla that laid overnight. The Hainu. Sheyishav Oisam Bein HaShmoshes. He should draw them by Bein HaShmoshes. V'yamdu b'tolu yishkol halayla. And the whole night they should stay not being used. V'filu im halayla Arוך Yosim Mishtem Esrei Shois. Also lolish b'hem ad or hayem. In other words, even if it's a very long night, in different parts of the world, the night is very long. So also lolish b'hem ad or hayem. V'im halayla kotzor. V'ein Shtem Esrei Shois ad or hayem. So again, tzrichun lahamtem at sheyavru hamayim shtem esrei shoas b'shoshen nishavu. V'amad the ara neugen the Welt 40 shemiyad be'or hayom loshen im hamayim shalonu. Af shadayin le'orbu shtem esrei shoas. V'af sheyesh lahem ma sheyismeichu. אבל פסקים מחמירים בזה, וכן צורך לזור בדומה. It should be at least 12 hours.
So what's talking the point? That should we make sure that's cool?
Yeah.
That's the point.
The Shulchan says the reason because the sun, when it sets, it goes under the water. So it begins to heat up the water.
The water in the ground is
Yeah,
warm.
it's heating up the water. So therefore,
But today that you have a refrigerator.
you have to catch the water before it begins to heat up.
But Rabbi, now you put it in the refrigerator, you could cool it down in no time. And now you
But
could
then it'll be frozen water. It can't be too cold also.
It's a refrigerator, not refrigerator.
not a freezer. You put it in the refrigerator. You gotta get the right. You can put it at any temperature.
No, it'll be very cold. It wouldn't work the dough.
There's the Rebbein were makbid to be part of it also. The Rebbe were not. And
What?
The Rebbein were makbid to be part of Mayim Shalonu.
Yeah.
Not every year. Not every year.
Didn't always go.
Didn't know. Not every year. Not every year.
Imo Yukul Shire as man ben Hashmoshes. So Yagdim Ktsas start a little earlier. Uvad Shra Yishav Kaid Mishkiz Lacham. And here he says, V'im Abba Shav B'Oid Hayem Gadol. By B'Layla Kaid of Chatzais. Is Mutu Lolo Shalem Lacha Yibei Shoyes. V'aminig L'sanan Esamayim. The minig is to filter the water. They have like these rags that they put on them. Uchasaisam, a beged lovin v'noki, with a white cloth. The reason white cloth, if it's anything, it'll show up.
Show the bubbles.
It'll show up. Utzrichon amidim b'mokum kar, b'chutz, v'im cham b'chutz, yanicha b'matev. They put them in the basement. Ukshehu noisom Bayoim Rubayis, when he goes,
He brings it back
goes
in.
to get the supplies. He goes to the basement to get the supplies to bring it, but where the bakery is. So he says when he's doing that, he should be careful that what that the sun shouldn't bake on him. Yochel Rishay B'Pam Achas Akam B'Yamim. You don't have to make for every day separately. Ubayayim Yanichem B'Bayis, Ubarayla Yanichem B'Avra Ha'olam. That means the bias is the heat isn't in the bias. Avra Ha'olam means leave it on the outside, because on the outside it's cool.
In the evening.
V'yema Avra Cham, if the air is hot, Yanichem B'Mata Ben B'Yem Ben B'Layla. Avra Mitzvah Yerisha B'Shkol Yom B'Yom B'Fnei Asmai. That's what he said. Dr. Rebbe doesn't say that. V'noygen Sh'Yerisha B'Kli Cheres Yosham Afilu Hu Sh'Pesach Ela Im Kain Hu Mitzupa Graziat B'Kli Cheres I'll soon explain it. B'Kli Cheres Yosham She'ena Mitzupa Eina Hida Mitzvah V'Ein L'Shanais HaMinit. A Kli Cheres means an earthenware keli. Earthenware keli is a cheap keli. So if it's glazed, like the dishes that we have today, the dishes are really cheres, and there's a glazing on them. So then it becomes very more of a choshev keli. So it should be a choshev keli.
That's the reason, because of choshev, not because he's worried that it's going to take from the taste of the cheres.
That's what he said. Ein hida mitzvah. It could be maybe because if it's not
sealed, so then
it could
takes
be
from the taste.
No,
Yeah.
it could be there's cracks in it also. And it could be there's things in the cracks. Hanaharas b'mei Nisan apirayv hen yesa karim min aberes. V'alkein yishav min hanoah achapamim hanaharas gedolim me'afrosh shlokim. Sometimes the rivers, from the melting of the snow, then it's okay. What they did was they made a well. By 770, they dug a well. It's under the ground, and they drew it direct from the well. L'chatchila ayidei nochri, ela ayidei yisol. V'lei ayidei chereshet v'kol. L'yitneim b'kli shehoye b'dvash b'shamei pedis. The bottles that you use shouldn't be a bottle that had in it honey or other juices.
Anything but water.
Because b'kol ha'mashkim and all liquids, chus v'mayim nikrim mei pedis l'nyezeh. And the shaila is that if you mix mei pedis with water, so it's mamayel hachmatz. Water could be machmatz, and if it has mei pedis in it, it's mamayel hachmatz.
I thought the whole idea was mei pedis can't be machmatz.
That's not what it's
Mei pedis alone is not machmatz.
Mei pedis
Mei
alone.
pedis alone is not machmatz. Mei pedis with water is mamayel hachmatz.
Okay.
Even the mushroom.
Koshken shlayit and mekli shlayit by double chorif. Again, because a double chorif is could get into the water. I feel lahei chometz mishum da'idei double chorif b'mayla hachmas because it makes it sharper. The sharpness makes it. I feel hagol le'mahani gozeh. Gam layit and mekli l'chayshes she'ein l'metzanek kamay shar kelim. You want we do glass bottles, that's what we do. Glass bottles, a simple thing. If he sees that it's running short and he still has to bake today, ולהתחיל לטייב שיהיו שני שלישים שלנו, ויש האדם אפשר לבשב את המים שמוסיפים מתוך משאבה, או אישה באר מכוסה, שאין השמש בו על המים. To get it from a closed...
Yeah, by us, if you get it from the tap, it's the same thing.
That's for some. What do you think they do in the matzah bakers? Not the shmurma. The other bakers, they use regular water, tap water.
But the reservoirs are not covered. Are covered? Reservoirs.
They're not covered, but first of all, by the time you get it from the reservoir to you, it's in 50 miles, 100 miles of water on piping. The sun doesn't go on them anyway.
Kishayfen b'yem b'rishon, when you bake on the first day, not on Friday, on Sunday.
Sunday, right.
You bake on Sunday. Tzricha lishav b'yem chamishi b'erev. You have to prepare the water Thursday night. Erev Shabbos, the Efshel Samson ben Hashmoshes. It should become a sha'u b'malachim on Shabbos. ובשעת השחק, אם אישה ביום חמישי, ישב בערב שבס רח המנחה, או בשבס על ידי נוחי. And because before he said that chiluk shouldn't be al yedei nochi. But if you have no breida, you can do it al yedei nochi. Ein rishpich es hamayim mipnei hameis. This is an interesting din. There is a din if someone is living, let's say, on Main Street number 1, and somebody passed away in Main Street number 2 or number 3. So if you have water in your house that was exposed, you should pour out the water. You shouldn't use the water.
Even though you're in a separate building completely?
Yeah, within 3 houses. Within 3 houses. She says
uncovered water.
Yeah. She says English was at Kufa. When it comes to Kufa, it's also the Kufa is the seasons. Every 91 days is at Kufa. So at that time, it's a sakana that the water that's uncovered, you shouldn't drink it. Shenema Shema mitzvah lo yeda adavara. Dollars for a mitzvah, so it will affect. U'b'mayim she'einu b'matzos mitzvah, nochal shavchom imevsha, mikal v'mitzvah acher. Mikal v'agam l'atchila kishiyadei shat kupa tifo. He knows the calculation when the season will come. Yaniach b'tech amar chatichas basel ketana nekiya. Put a piece of steel in the water. Kigay machat. Like a needle. Utei truya b'machat, shelo yistareh achakach ha'achmas es hayad, utei chamayim l'kach asoisa. What he's saying is a very practical thing. If you put in a needle, how you get the needle out? He says tie a string around the needle and let it down into the water, and then later you take it out from the water. So there's no problem. המשכנה עם החוט, וטוי בוזו שיעשנה מיד רעך שנפו התקופה. Okay.
Is it doing now time also?
Yeah.
When the tkufa, so we still keeping it.
Well, we're not clearing the tkupas maybe, but by a message.
Huh?
No, we're not talking
By a message, not part, because most water in your house is not uncovered. It's in bottles, it's in refrigerated.
Yeah, I thought.
My mother used to have like a pail of water. They brought pails of water into the
Yeah,
house.
just stood on the table, yeah. Big day?